Deep ocean. No sunlight. No sound. Only pressure. At 3,000 meters below sea level, a $2 billion military submarine is moving silently through the darkness. No radar. No satellites. No escape signals. Then, something moves. Not from above. Not from behind. But from every direction at once. A shape the size of a building. Tentacles stretching longer than a city bus line. The sonar operator whispers one sentence before the screen glitches out. Something is wrapping around us. And in less than 30 seconds, the submarine disappears from all communication systems. No distress signal. No wreckage found. Just silence. Now the real question is not science fiction anymore. What if a giant squid actually attacked a submarine? And more importantly, could anything inside survive? Introduction. The deep ocean is one of the least explored places on Earth. We have mapped more of Mars than we have mapped our own oceans. And in this unknown world, lives one of the most mysterious creatures ever recorded. The giant squid. For centuries, sailors called it a sea monster. Modern science confirmed it is real. But what we know might only be the surface. Because giant squids live where human light does not reach. Between 500 to 2,000 meters deep. And sometimes even deeper. This raises a terrifying question. If something that large exists in complete darkness, what happens when human technology enters its territory? Chapter 1, The Creature of Darkness. The giant squid is not a myth. It is real biology. But it behaves like something from nightmares. Length, up to 13 to 15 meters. Eyes, the size of a dinner plate. Beak, strong enough to crush bone. But the most dangerous part. It is almost never seen alive. Most discoveries come from dead specimens or whale stomachs. This means one thing. We are not studying its behavior in the wild. We are guessing. And guessing is dangerous in the deep ocean. Because the squid is not just large. It is intelligent. It reacts. It adapts. And it hunts in silence. Now imagine a submarine entering that environment. A machine full of vibrations, metal signals, and movement. To a deep-sea predator. That is not a vehicle. That is an intruder. Chapter 2, The Submarine. Modern submarines are engineering marvels. They can travel silently. Avoid radar detection. Stay underwater for months. But they have one weakness. They are not invisible in the ocean. They still produce magnetic signals, sound waves, heat changes, pressure disturbances. And in the deep sea, everything can be detected. Especially by animals evolved to hunt in complete darkness. A giant squid does not see like humans. It feels vibrations. It reads movement patterns. It reacts to disturbance. So when a submarine enters squid territory, it is like a glowing object moving through pitch-black water. Chapter 3, First Contact. Let's imagine the encounter begins. A research submarine descends into unexplored trench zones. The mission is simple. Map unknown underwater terrain. Collect sonar data. But at 2,800 meters depth, something changes. The sonar picks up unusual movement patterns. At first, it looks like currents. Then it becomes structured. Intentional. Circular movement. Following the submarine. Then stopping. Then circling again. The crew notices pressure fluctuations. Small at first. Then stronger. Like something is testing the hull. Outside the submarine. A giant squid is no longer just observing. It is interacting. Chapter 4, intelligence or instinct? Scientists debate this question. Is the giant squid intelligent? Or purely instinct-driven? Octopus relatives show problem-solving abilities, escape behavior, even memory patterns. So it is not impossible that giant squid behavior is more complex than we understand. In this scenario, the squid may not be attacking immediately. It may be studying, testing boundaries, feeling the object. Because in the deep sea, anything unknown could be food, or threat, or both. Chapter 5, The attack begins. Now the situation escalates. The submarine experiences sudden resistance. Movement slows, then stops. Crew hears metallic stress sounds. Outside camera feed flickers. Something massive is wrapping around the hull. Not one tentacle. Multiple. The squid is now fully engaged. Not random. Controlled pressure. Like it is trying to immobilize the object. Inside the submarine, panic increases. Systems begin to show stress warnings. Pressure sensors spike. This is where theory meets fear. Because if the hull integrity fails, there is no escape. At this depth, water pressure alone is enough to crush metal. And then, one final tightening force. Silence. Chapter 6, What Science Says. Now we step out of the story and into reality. There is no verified case of a giant squid attacking a submarine. But there are documented encounters with sperm whales fighting giant squid. Squid scars found on whale skin. Deep-sea tentacle marks on large marine animals. What we do know. A giant squid could physically wrap around objects. But a modern military submarine is extremely strong. Titanium hulls and reinforced steel make it unlikely for a squid to crush it. However, it could still interfere with sensors, external equipment, sonar readings, movement systems. So while a full, Hollywood-style attack is unlikely, a real encounter is still possible in terms of interaction, not destruction. Chapter 7, Final Possibility. Now imagine the squid releases the submarine. Not because it was defeated, but because it lost interest. The object is not prey, not threat, just something unfamiliar. It disappears into darkness again. The submarine continues its mission. But the crew never forgets what they felt. Because in the deep ocean, you are never truly alone. You are only visiting. O Utero. We think of the ocean as explored. But it is not. It is still a place of unknown giants, unknown behaviors, and unknown encounters. The question is not just, what if a giant squid attacked a submarine? The real question is, what else is watching us down there, right now?